me guess, you're in high school, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be super successful, but you think that school is slowing you down. You think that going to school all day for 35 hours is a waste of your time, you're not learning a bunch, and you could be making millions, theoretically, if you weren't in it. To an extent, you could be correct, but we have no choice but to go. And, we're so young, so we might as well see what could happen, see where it takes us, because, we really don't know what's going to happen yet. So I am a sophomore in high school right now, 16 years old. I'm also running a social media account. So I'm running my own. I work for someone else. And then I am building up other people's at the same time. I tripled my social media, like my growth on everything in 1 month, last month. So last semester, I had a 4.17 GPA while tripling my social media growth. Like overall, I went from a total of 100,000 followers to 300,000 followers in 1 month. So school didn't really mess me up too much there. There's no excuse. I ignored the excuses and I still did it. So let me explain to you kind of how I did that. Like the biggest tips I could give to you that I utilized in order to kind of balance everything. First of all, you don't want your grades to drop a ton because it's probably going to cause more problems than it is going to free up time for you. You don't just completely give up on school because it's probably going to cause you more problems than it is solutions. So, all right. First tip, the first thing that I would recommend is to get up early. And I'm not even joking, this one's obvious, but I'm going to take it to the complete extreme here. I'm saying get up at like 3 a.m. I'm not even joking here. Go to bed at 7 or 8 and get up at 4. I had a good streak of a couple weeks where I was getting up at 4 every morning. And now I'm kind of doing 5 a.m.s because my night routine and everything's been all messed up. But 4 o'clock, like get up at that time. Why? Because our brain is the sharpest in the morning. And if your main priority is building a business, because this is for the people who are prioritizing business over school. If you're not like that, if you don't think that's how you are, then get out of this video because this is not for you. This is for the people who want to build a business, but feel like school is kind of getting in the way. And I'm not going to say that's right. I'm not going to say it's wrong because everyone's different, but this is from my own experience of building a business while in school and kind of how I've gotten around it without it being a roadblock in the way. So yeah, you're going to wake up early, 4 a.m. as early as possible. You're going to have the freshest mind in the morning. The second you wake up, you have the freshest mind. Why? Because you haven't made any decisions yet. You just came out of a good sleep. You just came out of good rest. Your mind is reset. Your energy is reset. You have the maximum energy right in the morning. So what you're going to do, you're going to get up and you're going to have a routine planned. In the morning, you're going to have a full routine planned. So write it down on a piece of paper, right? Get it on a piece of paper. The second I wake up at 4 a.m., I'm going to get my clothes. This is an example. I'm going to get my clothes. I'm going to go to the shower, cold shower, bang. Wake up, energy spike, perfect. It's dark outside, so you can't get your morning sunlight. Normally we'd get our sunlight, but it's pitch black outside. No one's up. You're up grinding, and you're going to feel like an absolute entrepreneur doing this. Like, I'm not trying to be on some weird stuff, but when you wake up early and no one else is up, it gives you a little edge. So you're going to get up at 4, take your cold shower, then you're going to come in your room, get straight to work. That's how I do it. Cold shower, I wash my face, brush my teeth, etc. And then I come straight to work. Just get straight to it. Because remember, you have the most brain power in the morning. Use it for your important work. You're going to do like an hour-long work session, and then you can get out, like you probably still will have an hour and a half before school. So, you don't have to eat a meal if you don't like eating in the morning. It's all up to you. But you could, meditate, read, get all those things done. Because what happens is people push it all off till after school. People who want to run businesses and they're in school and they think school is slowing them down. What they do is they push everything till after school. So the thing that they're not prioritizing, which is school, is taking up their most important brain power. Think about it. The morning, the earlier in the day you put stuff, the more important it is. If you work out a lot, it's like working out. The closer to the beginning of a workout you put a movement, the stronger you would get. And I explained that completely wrong. I think that was weird. So like, let's say you want to get good at curls, like your biceps are lacking, you're going to put curls to the beginning of your workout because you have the most energy. It's the same thing for your work. You know, why are we putting things we don't prioritize first in our day? So you're going to put the most important thing at the first thing in the morning, which is going to be your work. If you're trying to start a business or do anything like that, put it first thing in the morning, and you're going to have a fresh mind. You're going to be able to get into flow state a lot faster. Overall, you're just going to have a better day. So wake up as early as possible. Be an absolute freak with waking up, become nocturnal. Let's say like after school you can't focus because of how much you've been thinking, and like being around people is just using a ton of your energy. So let's say after school you have no energy. Bro, if you really want it, you gotta be a little insane. What you could do, you could go to bed at like 6 o'clock, get up at like, how much sleep would that be? 4, 5, 6, get up at, bro, I mean, this is insane, but you could get up at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., and get straight to work. Like it sounds insane, but if you really want it, you're gonna have to go through stuff like that. I've heard of entrepreneurs who get up at 2 a.m. just cause, like, they're not even in school. They're out of school and they're still doing 2 a.m.s. So yeah, try that out. Get up as early as possible. Highly recommend it. I started doing it and it completely changed everything. All right, next, avoid school lunches. So I don't know what your school lunches are like, but personally, from the school lunches I've seen, bro, do not be eating that stuff. It's actually insane. Like, stay far away from that. And you already know that. Everyone knows it's bad, but no one knows how bad it is. Especially if you're trying to start a business or you're trying to do something that takes a lot of brain power, it takes a lot of work. Bro, you cannot be eating that stuff. So what happens is it's so processed. It's so fake. They've been keeping it in like freezers forever. I haven't researched it a ton, but you can just look at it and tell. Like when you eat that, even after people eat it, like their stomach is gonna hurt, You're gonna wanna go to the bathroom. Like, that's not good. That's not real food. Bro, stay away from that stuff. It's 100% lowering your testosterone, first of all. Why would you want that? Why would you want low testosterone? Second of all, it's wasting your energy. And because you're eating it and it's so hard to digest because it's so fake. Your body cannot digest it, so it's using all your energy, all your brain power, all the blood up here is going straight to your stomach to digest it, and then you end up having no energy. And the craziest thing to think about is they feed you this during school. They feed you the stuff that's gonna take away your brain power during school when you should be thinking. Doesn't make much sense to me, but like that's what I've experienced, bro. Like, don't eat that. We aren't the type of people to eat that stuff, so if you're eating it, get away. So what can you pack instead? Pack some real food. Pack some, it's gonna be tough though, because the thing is you're going out of your house for like 7 hours at a time. So I mean, if your school has a microwave, you could bring stuff and then microwave it there. I've tried bringing things like beef and rice and then like chicken and potatoes. It gets cold though and it's low-key nasty, but you could try it out if you wanted to. Yeah, chicken and potatoes is the most recent thing I've been doing, because I feel like if you keep beef and rice in a container for too long, you might get like a disease or something. Same thing with the chicken and potatoes, so you got to be careful with that if you just have it sitting in there for a long time. So then maybe eat it like earlier in the day if you can. But a go-to right now, about to be a little contradicting here, it's not going to be perfect, but I packed peanut butter jelly sandwiches, right? It's like, oh, processed food, I know. Not perfect. So what I do is I use almond butter instead of peanut butter. There's no palm oil in the almond butter, and like the only ingredient I have is almonds in my almond butter that I use. So I try to get like the cleanest, most natural stuff. And then jelly, I use like Welch jelly. It's horrible for me. I probably should find something better. But when I eat these peanut butter jelly sandwiches, sure, it's carbs. It's so little though, I honestly don't feel an effect. And it's usually one of the first things I eat in my day, so I'm not full already. But yeah, just down those. I bring 2 peanut butter jelly sandwiches, like each are like 350 calories, so I'm getting like 700 calories in during the day. So it's not even that bad. I mean, it shouldn't be zapping your brain power that much, especially like compared to the school lunches, bro. If you're eating the school lunches right now, eat those peanut butter jelly sandwiches. You better make those tomorrow, because like that's gonna be a big difference. So find something that's not going to give you brain fog and just bring that to school. Ideally, you want it as natural as possible, and you want like protein in it, so you're getting your protein in throughout the day. But yeah, just completely avoid the school lunches. It probably makes you 10 times less productive by the time you get home. Like, even if you're eating it in school, by the time you get home, you're going to be 10 times less energy, 10 times less productive, just because of how bad it is for you. Stuff's super processed, super fake, and you're just doing horrible things to your body by consuming it in all aspects. Like, there's no reason. It probably doesn't even taste that good anyways. There's no reason to be eating it. So last thing I wanted to talk about is you should be using school to your advantage, right? So we have no choice but to go. And some of you watching this probably don't like that idea. You probably are pretty upset. You're like, I don't want to go to school today. I'm going to skip it. I'm going to get rich. I'm going to go live in Dubai, get watches, etc. You know, all those rich lifestyles. I don't know if I agree with that lifestyle. I think it's more so a smarter lifestyle would be a super knowledge and intelligent man who is living in like a cabin in the woods with a family. You know, something like that would be sick. But, you know, we'll figure it out because we're still young. But you need school. Like, school is going to help you. I know, like, this whole video is about how to work around it, but you have to think positively about it. What are the positive outcomes we can get from school? You have to understand that school is going to build discipline for you. So when you're in school, it teaches you that you need to consistently show up on time, teaches you how to show up on time. So I highly recommend, you know, get to school on time. You know, don't be slacking, don't be skipping. So what you have to do is use it to build discipline. Use school to build discipline, because it's gonna be difficult to go. You know, you have so much other things going on, so many other things going on in your life. It's gonna be difficult to go to school every day, 5 days a week. So if you can start your business and go to school, imagine what you can do when you're out of school. That's how I'm thinking about it. Use school to practice getting up on time, going to school even if you don't want to go, you know. Use it to meet new people, because you can talk to anyone in high school and you can become friends with them. Just go up to random kids and talk to them. Why not introduce yourself, see who they are? You could find your new business partner there. Like, there's so many people around you who are in a similar situation as you, trying to figure out life. You might as well take advantage of that and try to figure out how to utilize it to your advantage. It teaches you discipline, being on time, teaches you how to meet new people, and it's also a fallback. Like, a lot of you guys are like, burn the boats, but honestly, being in school, it's gonna be a little safety net for you, because I don't know how your situation is, but some of us, we have families who can support us like fully, so we don't have to worry about paying the bills or anything. And in that sense, we could take business risks where we could lose everything, and we don't have as much to worry about, because we know that at the end of the day, we have a family, we have parents putting food on the table, paying the bills, etc. So if you're in a situation such as that, where you're blessed with a good family and good life, then this is the perfect time to take risks. So you got to use that as your advantage. Versus if you were out of school and you were living by yourself, then it would be a lot riskier to start a business and do all those things. So think of the positives, don't think of the negatives. A little recap of the whole video. You want to wake up early, like 4 a.m., 3 a.m., but get insane with it. You want to avoid school lunches. Don't eat the fake processed food. You know it's bad for you. Do not touch that. And then last thing, you want to use school to your advantage. You want to use it to build discipline, use it to meet new people, and use it as a fallback. And I hope this video helped you a ton, because it honestly, these things I learned this year and they've helped me a ton as well. So try it out. Let me know how it goes in the comments. I want these comments to be like as productive as possible. So if you made it all the way through this video, drop like a whole paragraph in the comments that would help other people. Talk about your experience, give some value, and we're gonna grow together.